When I say tea, I just broke the internet. Mean it? Atlanta's King of the South just dropped a statement so raw, so emotional, that it made every fan stop scrolling mid-swipe. Forget rap beefs, forget celebrity divorces. This right here is real-life drama. Because what's happening with King Harris? It's not just wild, it's scary. T.I. finally broke his silence after days of rumors, panic posts, and TMZ headlines that had fans thinking the worst. And when he spoke, it wasn't with his usual dictionary-level swagger. This time, Tip sounded like a father fighting back tears. Whatever went down with King, it wasn't just a family situation. It was deeper, darker, and way more personal than the internet was ready for. The whole Harris empire, the one we've watched flexing on TV and social media for years, suddenly looked fragile. Tiny's quiet. King's missing from lives. T.I.'s cryptic posts got the internet spiraling. Everyone's whispering, "What happened?" This ain't another publicity stunt. This is a moment where fame, family, and fear collide. And what T.I. just revealed about King Harris might change how fans see the entire family forever. Stay tuned, this story's about to get heavy. Let's rewind. Because this story didn't start with an announcement, it started with a mystery. The whole internet woke up to chaos after a series of cryptic posts from King Harris's close circle hit social media. No context, no details, just a storm of emojis and broken sentences like, "Pray for King, and not everything that glitters is gold." That's all it took. Within hours, King Harris was trending nationwide. And fans were losing their collective minds. If you follow this family, you know King Harris doesn't exactly live a quiet life. The boy's been viral since he was old enough to hold a mic, fights in restaurants, beefs online, flexing luxury chains bigger than his confidence. But this time, it wasn't funny. It wasn't entertainment. It was different. Blogs like The Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Unlocked, and even Shade Room teens started pushing the same narrative. Something serious happened behind the scenes, and the Harris family was scrambling to control it. Everyone wanted answers. Did King get hurt? Was there a fight? Was it health-related? The theories spread faster than a Blueface mugshot. Then, just as things started spiraling, T.I. himself went silent, and that's when people knew it was real. Because T.I. doesn't do silence. This is the same man who can turn a grocery store argument into a TED Talk. So, when Tip stopped talking, the world started listening. Tiny's social media turned into a cryptic diary. She reposted a Bible verse about God protecting his soldiers through the storm. Fans flooded her comments. "What happened to King? Is he okay? Please tell us he's safe." But she didn't reply. For 2 days, all we had were whispers. People claiming King was rushed somewhere, others saying he got into it with the wrong crowd. One so-called insider even posted that a close friend betrayed him. Nobody could confirm anything, but the rumors had already turned into wildfire. By the third day, Atlanta was buzzing like it just witnessed a hip-hop conspiracy. Even other rappers started checking in. Boosie posted prayers up for T.I. and his fam. Rick Ross commented a single. That's when it got serious, when the OGs started sending coded sympathy. And then it HAPPENEDT, I finally broke his silence. It wasn't a tweet. It wasn't a live rant. It was a video, 1 minute, black hoodie, tired eyes, no fancy background, just Tip being raw. He said, "As a father, my worst fear has always been seeing my child in pain. Sometimes lessons in life come harder than we want them to." Boom! The internet froze. You could feel the heart break through the screen. His voice cracked mid-sentence, the kind of crack that no PR team can fake. He didn't name King directly, but everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. Then he added, "Y'all pray for my boy. He's learning, he's growing, and we gon' get through this as a family." That line, "Pray for my boy," hit like a gut punch. Screenshots spread across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube within minutes. People were stitching videos of King's past behavior, his viral outbursts, his chaotic live streams, trying to connect the dots. Some said he was in the hospital. Others claimed he'd been caught in a dangerous situation. A few thought he'd finally hit rock bottom emotionally. Nobody had proof, but every theory had 1,000 likes. Meanwhile, fans started reposting old clips of T.I. warning King about fame. That legendary clip from Family Hustle where Tip said, "You keep playing tough. Life gone, show you tough." It resurfaced everywhere. Suddenly, that fatherly warning felt prophetic. Like I knew this day was coming. But the real emotional moment came from Tiny. She broke her silence with a caption that nearly broke the internet. "Sometimes strength looks like tears behind closed doors. Thank you to everyone sending love. It's tears behind closed doors." That line alone sent fans spiraling. What were they crying about? What happened behind those closed doors? By then, everyone from Shade Room commenters to verified blue-check celebrities was speculating. Some said King got jumped at a private event. Others whispered it was a health scare. Then a new layer of chaos hit when a blurry video surfaced allegedly showing King being escorted by security after some incident at a nightclub. The clip was grainy, shaky, and had no context, which of course made it go 10 times more viral. The comments were brutal. "That boy needs help, T, I warned him. This fame stuff ain't worth it." But underneath the trolling, you could sense a wave of concern. For once, people weren't just clowning, they were worried. Because let's be real, we've all watched King Harris grow up under pressure. He's not just T.I.'s son, he's hip-hop royalty trying to prove he's street certified. He spent years living between two worlds, one where fame feeds him, and one where real life keeps humbling him. And now, that balancing act finally collapsed. Insiders close to the family started whispering that this was T.I.'s wake-up moment, that whatever went down with King wasn't about a single incident, it was years of pent-up pain, rebellion, and frustration exploding all at once. Some even claimed T.I. had been warned that King was spiraling, but he didn't think it would go this far. Meanwhile, the internet had turned the Harris household into a 24-hour reality show. TikTok edits with dramatic music. YouTube documentaries titled The Fall of King Harris. People speculating about rehab, mental health, and family tension like they had front row seats to the chaos. But here's the thing, for once, this wasn't about clout or fame. T.I.'s tone wasn't performative. It was personal. His silence spoke louder than any interview could dot. And then, late that night, T.I. posted a black and white photo of himself and King from years ago. Little King sitting on his dad's lap, both smiling. No caption. No hashtags. Just an image. Within hours, it hit over 1 million likes. The comments section looked like a prayer wall. "We praying for your family. Tip: protect King at all costs. No parent should ever have to go through this." That's when everyone realized this wasn't promo. This wasn't PR. This wasn't another Rap Family headline. This was real pain. The Harris family, the empire built on fame, love, and hustle, was quietly breaking, and T.I., the man who always had the answers, suddenly looked like a father searching for them. But what really went down that night? What was the terrifying update that pushed T.I. to finally speak? The truth was about to surface, and it was darker than anyone expected. By the time morning hit, the internet was drowning in theories. Everyone was playing detective, piecing together bits of gossip like it was a Netflix crime doc. The hashtag Pray for King Harris had taken over Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Influencers who never met T.I. in their life were suddenly doing think pieces about family, fame, and the pressure of being born into success. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared fans for what came next. Out of nowhere, a leaked clip started circulating, allegedly recorded the same night the incident happened. It showed King Harris pacing in a parking lot, shirt torn, eyes wild, yelling, "I ain't no rich kid. I'm from the struggle too." You could hear someone, maybe a friend, maybe security, trying to calm him down. The clip was barely 30 seconds long, but it set the internet on fire. Every blog had a theory. This was after a fight. He was jumped by someone close. He's going through something mentally. No one knew what was true, but everyone had an opinion. Shade Room reposted it with the caption, "Prayers up for King Harris." T.I. and Tiny have yet to make an official statement. That line alone sent fans into overdrive. The comments were split, half pity, half blame. This boy need help, not hate. That's what happens when fame raises you instead of family. Key, I gotta step up and be a father, not a philosopher. Within hours, every major hip-hop podcast was dissecting it. DJ Academics, Hollywood Unlocked, even Vlad TV all had the clip queued up like breaking news. One YouTuber said, "This ain't just King Wildin' out. This is what happens when kids grow up in fame but crave respect in the streets. Meanwhile, T.I. stayed silent until fans noticed something strange. His Instagram bio suddenly changed. Gone were the quotes and business plugs. Instead, it said, "Family first. Always has been, always will be." That one update broke the comment section. People flooded it like a digital candlelight vigil. Tiny, ever the emotional core of the family, finally posted again, this time a quote that read, "Sometimes you raise them right, and the world still breaks them." Chills, actual chills. And then, as if the internet needed one more jolt, King himself resurfaced on Instagram Live. The same kid everyone thought had gone silent suddenly appeared on screen, bruised but defiant, saying, "I'm good. Stop acting like y'all care now. When I was happy, y'all laughed. Now y'all praying." That line, it went nuclear. Every blogger clipped it, every fan reposted it, every troll twisted it. It was pure pain wrapped in pride. The signature Harris blend that made fans love and worry about him at the same time. He continued, "I ain't perfect, but don't paint me like I'm lost. I've been fighting battles y'all can't even spell." Within minutes, T.I. entered the chat, literally. He commented under the clip, "Ain't nobody against you, son. We just want you safe." Boom! The internet stopped. Father and son arguing in public, in real time, with millions watching. It felt too raw, too real, too close to home. You could almost hear the collective gasp across social media. That comment became an instant. Headline: T.I. reaches out to King Harris online after scary breakdown. Fans and celebrities flooded in. 2 Chainz wrote, "Stay strong, lil bro." Candy Burris commented a row of hearts. Even Snoop Dogg reposted it on his story with, "A father's love never fades." But the chaos didn't end there, because an insider close to the family dropped an anonymous message to a gossip outlet, claiming the terrifying news T.I. referred to was not physical, it was mental. According to the source, King had reached a breaking point from the pressure of living up to his name. He feels trapped between being T.I.'s son and being his own man. The message read, "It's not about fame anymore. It's about identity." That one leak changed everything. The memes stopped. The jokes slowed down. Suddenly, everyone was reflecting. Fans started reposting clips of King laughing with his dad, old family hustle scenes where he was just a goofy kid with dreams of rapping. They wrote things like, "We grew up watching him. This hits different." Meanwhile, RADIO shows and talk podcasts started turning this story into a larger conversation about celebrity kids and mental health. Charlamagne Tha God on The Breakfast Club said, "We clown these kids for acting out, but imagine being born famous. You ain't even get a choice." But the internet doesn't do sympathy for long, because right when everyone started showing compassion, a new video dropped. This time, it wasn't leaked. It came straight from T.I. himself. He sat in his car, looked dead into the camera, and spoke like a man holding back emotion. "I appreciate everybody praying for my family," he began, his voice steady but heavy. "But let me make this clear. My son ain't crazy. My son ain't broken. He's going through what every young man goes through, finding himself. Difference is the whole world watching." So if you really care, let him breathe. Boom! Another viral earthquake. That one statement delivered with that Southern preacher energy T.I. is known for instantly became the clip of the day. Every outlet reposted it. Fans called it the realest parenting moment ever caught on camera. Others accused T.I. of damage control, saying he was polishing the image before things get worse. But then T.I. said something no one expected. If fame start costing you peace, it's too expensive. I'd rather lose followers than my son. That line hit different. Even the trolls had to respect it. It was fatherhood, fear, and frustration all wrapped into one perfect quote. Suddenly, the entire mood online shifted. The story wasn't about King in trouble anymore. It was about T and his family fighting to protect what was left of their peace. Tiny reposted the video with the caption, "Family heals in silence." But sometimes silence is too loud. Still, fans weren't done digging. Some started pulling up old clips of T.I. arguing with King, saying, "You ain't built for this street life," and comparing it to what was happening now. The old and new clips together painted a tragic timeline. A father who saw the storm coming and a son too proud to take cover. By the end of that week, social media was exhausted. Everyone was posting their final thoughts, but deep down, nobody believed it was over. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore. It was a generational conversation. Fathers and sons, fame and identity, hustle and healing. And just when you thought the saga had reached its emotional climax, a shocking new update was about to hit the internet that would leave even the coldest fans speechless. Just when everyone thought the storm had passed, when T.I.'s emotional video seemed to calm the chaos, the internet did what it always does best: dig deeper, spin harder, and blow the story wide open again. Because apparently, peace and the Harris family can't exist in the same sentence for more than 24 hours. Late that night, another video surfaced, one that TMZ called disturbing. It showed King Harris sitting alone in his car, recording himself while venting to a friend on FaceTime. His tone wasn't angry this time. It was broken. "Everybody keeps saying I'm living good," he said. "But y'all don't know what it's like waking up and feeling like you already failed." That line hit like a gut punch. Suddenly, it wasn't funny anymore. Fans who had been laughing days earlier were now posting crying emojis and messages like, "Somebody check on that boy." For the first time, people saw past the jewelry and headlines and saw a young man crumbling under the pressure of being T.I.'s son. T, who had just gone viral for his heartfelt message, had to face another public meltdown, this time from his own child. Within hours, he went live again. But this wasn't rapper T.I. or businessman T.I. This was a father at his limit. "Man, I done raised soldiers," he said, "but sometimes even soldiers get tired. My boy ain't weak. He's just human. And if y'all can't understand that, maybe you ain't human either." The internet froze. No background music, no filters, just a man trying to hold his family together in real time while millions watched. Fans flooded the comments. "This is deep. This ain't gossip, this is generational trauma. Protect your family, tip." But as always, social media couldn't stay sympathetic for long. Within hours, clips from both King and T.I.'s videos were chopped up, remixed, and meme-feed. Some pages posted titles like "King Harris Meltdown Compilation." Others used sad music for clicks. It was exploitative. It was messy, but it was viral. Because that's the cruel rule of the internet. Your pain is someone else's content. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, insiders said the Harris household had gone into full lockdown. T.I. canceled a podcast appearance. Tiny turned off her comments, and King reportedly shut down his phone. For once, the family wasn't talking, not even to the tabloids. That silence made people even hungrier for answers. Then came a rare moment of light. A photo surfaced on Tiny's Instagram story, King, sitting next to his dad at a dinner table, head bowed in prayer. No captions, no words, just peace. The image spread like wildfire, with fans calling it the redemption photo. Finally, a glimpse of healing. But because this is the internet, peace only lasts as long as the Wi-Fi. A few hours later, a gossip blogger claimed that the image was old, allegedly taken months before the current drama. Suddenly, the redemption photo turned into another headline. Fake family moment. Fans accuse Harris clan of damage control. At this point, the line between truth and narrative was so blurred that even fans didn't know what to believe anymore. Were T.I. and Tiny covering for King? Was King okay? Was this a family healing or hiding? The confusion only fueled the frenzy. Then, like clockwork, King came back with a bombshell live that nobody saw coming. Calm, reflective, and surprisingly mature, he said, "I know I've been wild. I know I scared my family. But I'm learning that being a man ain't about acting tough. It's about admitting when you're hurting." That line stopped everything. The same boy who once bragged about street life just dropped the realest quote of his generation. Comments flooded in. Growth looks good on you. T.I. raised a real one. This is the redemption arc we didn't expect. For once, the internet wasn't laughing, it was applauding. Even celebrities chimed in. Meek Mill commented, "We all been there. Lil Bro. Stay focused." Snoop Dogg reposted the video with the boy finding himself. Respect. T.I. later responded under the clip, "Proud of the man you becoming. Love you always, son." It was simple, short, and genuine. That comment alone pulled the whole story into full circle. From fear to faith, from chaos to closure, to faith, from chaos to closure. But here's the thing about real life. Closure is never final. Because while fans were celebrating the reunion, others were already speculating about what's next. TMZ hinted that King might address the entire saga in an upcoming interview. Some said he's working on music about the experience. Others whispered that T.I. was already planning a documentary to show the truth. And that's the irony. The Harris family's biggest pain might become their biggest moment of growth. For once, the world saw beyond the diamonds, cars, and headlines. They saw a real family struggling under the same storms everyone else faces, just with cameras pointed at them. It's 24/7. By the end of the week, a new energy surrounded the story. Fans weren't gossiping anymore, they were rooting for healing. TikTokers were posting compilations of T.I. hugging King, saying things like, "This is what fatherhood looks like." Blogs changed their tone. Even the trolls grew quiet. And in one final move that melted hearts everywhere, T.I. posted one last update, a photo of King smiling, captioned, "He good. We good? God still writing." It was the perfect ending to a saga that started with fear and ended with faith. But you could feel it, that lingering tension, that awareness that the Harris family story isn't done. Because fame doesn't end when the cameras stop. It just reloads. Behind the headlines, behind the memes, behind every rumor, there's still a father trying to guide a son through the jungle of fame. And if there's one thing this entire saga proved, it's that even in the glitz and chaos of Hollywood, pain is universal, love is messy, and healing takes time. Because sometimes, the scariest news isn't about what happened. It's about realizing how fragile even the strongest families can be. And as T.I. said himself, "I ain't perfect, but I'll fight the devil himself for my kids." End of story. Maybe for now. But with this family, the next headline is always one heartbeat away. And there you have it, the story that left Atlanta shaken, the fans emotional, and hip-hop culture talking like it's Sunday service. T.I. didn't just speak out, he poured his soul out, breaking through the headlines and hitting us with something raw, unfiltered, and painfully real. King Harris may be T.I.'s son, but this story, it belongs to every family trying to balance love, pressure, and reputation in front of the world. What happened here wasn't just a celebrity moment, it was a full-blown reality check. A reminder that even million-dollar mansions can echo with heartbreak. So, before you click away to the next scandal, go ahead, smash that LIKE button like it owes you rent money. Drop a comment below and tell me how you really feel. Is King finally on his redemption arc? Or are we watching a storm that's only getting started? Be honest, I'm reading every take dot. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and ring that notification bell because around here, we don't just sip the tea. We boil it, serve it, and spill it with style. Every scandal, every emotional twist, every leaked update, you'll hear it first, loud, and unfiltered right here on Expos Express. Remember, in the world of fame, today's healing moment can turn into tomorrow's headline. So stay tuned, stay messy, and stay ready. Because if the Harris family taught us anything, it's this: the spotlight doesn't sleep. And neither do we. This is Expos Express, where celebrity peace lasts 5 minutes, but the drama lasts forever. Forever.